All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, so I downloaded a bunch of new airplanes. Well, I bought them, obviously. I didn't download them. They were on sale. And this is an old airplane from 1994. And there's another one also from 1996. They're pretty cool airplanes. The best way to experience them would be like to fly with the VR headset. But for the purpose of this live stream, I'm just going to showcase this airplane and how cool it is. Everything it's interactive on these planes. You can open the door, you can close the door if you choose to do so, and every button you can touch, even this this tablet right here, you can look at certain statistics and external power, tow bar, co-pilot door. You can open it from here, close it. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You can adjust pretty much everything. Turn the lights on, standby lights, turn them off and on. You can start with cold flight, meaning turning on your airplane with everything turned off, step by step, turning everything in sequences. There's the ignition right here. You can turn it off and on. Pretty cool. Very interactive. This is all detailed. This DERWO airplane. I was looking at it at the YouTube with the real pilots who were flying this airplane, M20R, code name DERWO, DERWO, and it's exactly the same accurate replica of this plane. Even the engine, the sound of the engine, it's replicated accurately. So anyway, let's go and let's fly a little bit. This is an old airplane, so don't expect this to be super fast, but it'll get the job done. So without any further ado, let's go. I have flown this airplane in a virtual reality, and in virtual reality, I gotta tell you, this is where you wanna fly. Very smooth takeoff. And I'm getting what, 60 FPS here. I'm using 1440p. I'm using 1440p to achieve 60 FPS, and that's what I would recommend. Cranked up the graphics to high, the data from the Azure, crank it up to high, and then leave everything at 1440p. Let me show you the outside of the plane. Put this over here. We're going to Canada, Actually, we are in Canada, as a matter of fact. We're going to Calgary, Canada. Should be an interesting flight. Let me mix up the weather a little bit. Let's go with overcast, and let's leave it like during the day, like that. Lift the clouds up a little bit higher, like that. Let's do it at 12:15 or 12:19. That'll do it right there. That's perfect. I love it. You can also turn on the ventilation. It's already turned on. Hold on. I'm supposed to turn that on, my bad. Turn all the lights on. Navigational lights. And everything else. You can even see the dirt. Like the dirt on the window. That looks pretty cool. What's up, Iron Man? How you doing, bro? How are you? I'm doing good, bro. Just testing out some new airplanes. I got this one, the ERW20 R202. It's an old airplane. The Airvo. It's an old airplane. It's a 1994. It's one of those old 90s airplanes, but it's pretty good, man. I like it. Sometimes these old airplanes, they run better, they fly better than this new stuff they have, honestly, and I love it. Let me give you a better view of this airplane. From the window, especially on this side right here. It looks pretty cool. It's almost like you guys are sitting in the back seat. So yeah, it's like I'm taking you for a ride. This is like me being a pilot, and you guys are sitting in the back seat. At some instances, like when you are using the VR headset and you fly under certain conditions like overcast and certain terrain where there's a lot of national parks and forests and mountains, it feels very realistic, man. I cannot tell you how many times when I put my VR headset on, how many times I felt like, dude, I'm like, really, am I really in an airplane? Am I really flying? Like, sometimes you lose yourself in this digital world. Obviously, flying the real plane, it's, you feel the G's, you feel the engine roaring, and you can feel the goosebumps, and you can feel the weight of the plane. You know, it's all of it. It's different, obviously, but I would say Flight Simulator 2020, it's by far probably the most realistic airplane simulator. And look, I have nothing against X-Plane 11. A lot of people ask me, what about X-Plane 11? Listen, I've been using X-Plane 11. I have the Global Edition. I've been flying X-Plane 11 since it came out for, what, 7 years now. I've been using it. I also play the Flight Simulator 10. But I have to tell you, this is as real as it gets. Why? Because actually this is satellite geography. This is exactly the way this terrain is. This approach here in Canada where we are, this river exists, this mountain here exists, these hills exist. This is not some random mapping that they put. This really exists. This is actually the way everything is on this location. And I think that's what makes it so realistic. No matter where you go in Flight Simulator, it's exactly the way it will be if you were to fly the airplane to that location. And I think that's what makes it so realistic. You know, even the pilots on the YouTube who are, you know, they have, I don't know how many hours, let's say 500 hours flight time, or maybe even more. They know exactly that some of these areas here, they look the way it should be, because they've flown around the Canada, certain provinces of Canada. I'm talking about some pilots who there's a lot of pilots on YouTube, and some of them are in Canada, and like they would go to these provinces in British Columbia, Alberta, and they would say, yeah, this is exactly the way it is. It looks exactly the way it looks when they are flying, when they're looking out the cockpit window. So I would say, hands down, Flight Simulator 2020, it's probably the best thing that came from Microsoft last year. Let's be honest. In my opinion. But I have nothing against X-Plane 11. Listen, there's nothing wrong with the X-Plane 11, but you can't compare X-Plane 11 honestly to this. X-Plane 11, you know, it's like a toy. It's like a digital toy. This is more like mimicking the real life in a way. That's my opinion. I know some of you who love X-Plane 11 probably don't like Microsoft, and I understand that. I get that. But I just want you to know that I have both X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I like them both, but you know, it's like apples and oranges, man. I would love to see X-Plane 12 bring something very unique. That would be great. I'm looking forward to see what they're gonna do with the X-Plane 12, see what they're going to bring to the table. I like the competition. Sure, man. You can smoke, but just make sure you open the. Sir, I'm gonna need you to open the door. So here, we're gonna fix that. You want to smoke? You can smoke, but remember, sir. You're gonna have to do it like this. Okay, I want you to smoke over here. I want you to take that cigar. I want you to sit right here on the wing. Okay, I'm gonna strap in the belt. I want you to sit right here, and I want you to smoke. But right over here, sir. Right over here, on this side. There we go. I want you to sit right here, sir. Right over here. If you can. Okay? I want you to smoke right over here. what happened to the lights? I thought I turned the lights on. I think you should get back in, man. It's too dangerous. I don't want you to fall off the wing. So get back inside the plane. Close the door. There we go. See, that's better, man. Way better. You can't do this with every plane, but some of these airplanes that I have, you can do that. The ones that I purchased. We'll just keep you in the back seat over here. I just want you to chill out here, man. I want you to sit in the back seat. You can look out the window if you want. You can also open the this compartment here as well. I just forgot where the button is. I know it's here somewhere. Hold up. I gotta go back. I need to find it. I forgot where it was. I know there was a... It's getting cold over here. Maybe we should go down a little bit. We should go lower the altitude. I'm gonna lower the altitude a little bit. So we can get a better look at the scenery. Dude, I play a lot of Flight Simulator, man. Like when I'm like not doing anything else, I play a lot of Flight Simulator. Besides the American Truck and iRacing, Flight Simulator is like the most therapeutic thing for me, man. I enjoy flying. You can also listen to like a Sirius XM radio while you're flying. That's another cool thing. You can download the app and you can listen to Sirius XM. You can listen to podcasts and you can listen to whatever while you're flying. And you can kind of turn this into like a real flight. You can pretend like you're really flying from point A to point B and you're listening to the radio. Pretty cool simulation. So I'm gonna lower my altitude Even Phil Spencer. You know, I'm so surprised that Phil Spencer doesn't have that yoke. You know, the yoke, but iJustine has the yoke. You know, the honeycomb yoke, but Phil Spencer doesn't have it. And he's the head of the Xbox, right? He's playing Flight Simulator with a Xbox controller, just like I'm playing. And he bought a new PC just for the Flight Simulator recently. So he's upstairs in his office. He plays a Flight Simulator because what's his name? Nelson, Major Nelson. He asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I play a Flight Simulator, but I'm using a Xbox controller." I'm sure he could have gotten one if he wanted to, but I guess he felt like, I don't need to. Maybe he needs the space in the office. That's probably why. Because I'm sure he could have gotten one if he wanted to. I like how the sun is passing through overcast clouds, and then you can see it right here as you are approaching this mountain. Okay, let's look at it from this point of view, like this. I want you guys to be the passengers. So like this. So you guys gonna be the passengers right here watching as we're flying. I can exactly see which way I'm going because I got the arrow pointing out north, and I can see 213 miles distance. Some of these old planes, let me tell you, man, I enjoy flying these older planes better than I am the newer ones, honestly. Hey Hydro, how you doing, bro? Welcome to my plane. Strap on a seatbelt. No smoking allowed. Phil Spencer says they're gonna optimize it to work. Listen, if I can run it on my laptop, on my old Alienware 1070 laptop, trust me, you're gonna be able to run it on your Xbox Series X. Trust me, shouldn't be a problem. I not only can I run Flight Simulator 2020 on my R4 17 Alienware laptop, Flight Simulator. Not only can I run the Flight Simulator at the high settings, but I can also do a virtual reality at high settings with Windows Mixed Reality headset. I can do both. Play the game with all the settings set to high on my laptop, and at the same time I can use the virtual reality headset with the high settings. And that's my old Alienware laptop. So if I can do it with my old laptop, with this beast Xbox Series X monster, you can do it. And no, listen, there shouldn't be any confusion. You know, people ask me which console is more powerful. Guys, technically, looking at it from a technical aspect, Xbox Series X, obviously it's more powerful than the PlayStation 5. But PlayStation 5, it's also going to be working on a PlayStation 5 Pro with a dual GPU. So you're going to have a PlayStation 5 Pro with a dual GPU, and that's going to be insane. And how much is that going to cost, right? But I think with a Series X, with all of the games available on the Game Pass, honestly, I think that's probably your best option for your 4K HDR television. Let's be honest. For $14 a month, what you get with the Game Pass Ultimate, this game, it's included. You know that, right? You're not going to pay for Flight Simulator. When the Flight Simulator comes out, it's included. This summer, in June, when they, hopefully June, when they release this game, I heard Memorial Day, maybe before Memorial Day. Anyway, we'll see. When they release this game on the Xbox Series X with specific honeycomb Xbox Series X controller, and I'm gonna buy the package deal. I'm gonna wait for like a Flight Simulator honeycomb, like a package deal or something. I don't know. We'll see. Because I too want to buy the Xbox Series X because of this game, honestly. To play it on my beautiful... I want to put my 40... You know what I want to do? I have a great idea. I'm gonna get myself a table, like a really nice table, and like a sturdy table, big wooden table, and I'm gonna put it in my office. And I'm gonna put my 48-inch C10 OLED. I'm gonna put it right on that table, and then I'll put my Xbox Series X right next to it, and then a honeycomb Xbox Series X controller, and I'm gonna use my ultra high-speed Belkin cable connected to the back of my Xbox Series X to my 48-inch C10 OLED. So I'll have a big monitor OLED, 48-inch C10 monitor with a honeycomb yoke, and I'm gonna play the Flight Simulator like that, to have that immersive Flight Simulator experience from the Xbox Series X. And here's another good news. All of the planes that I have purchased, all of the additional DLCs that I have purchased, will be synced and available on my Xbox Series X version. Isn't that cool? Everything will carry on. It's like a smart, what you call that, smart delivery. Everything will be synced in. Everything will be delivered. Everything that I own on this Flight Simulator, I will have it delivered to me on the Xbox Series X this May, June, summer, when they officially release it. I'm gonna get both, man. I'm getting both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Why? Well, to be honest with you, I can do it. Really, man. I can do it. I have everything planned out. I always have a plan. I don't do nothing by accident. So I know I'll be able to get it this April, this May, both PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, because both consoles I will benefit from. You know, both consoles I'll have a bunch of perks and accolades to test. So many things to do, man, on both consoles. So many games I need to test. on both my C10 and my E8, and I even want to hook it up to my Q8. I want to see how well 120 hertz works with Q8 FN versus, let's say, C10 OLED. I mean, there's so much for me to do with both of these consoles, you know. But we're talking May, summer, you know, we're talking like summer. It's good for me because I'll have plenty to do. I know I'm kind of late boomer when it comes to these new generation consoles, but it gives me something to do during the summer. So it's not going to be a boring summer. There'll be so much for me to test and do, and you know, have you guys ask me some questions and some recommendations and whatnot, and it's all gonna pan out and work out perfectly, I think. I like Shadow. Shadow's pretty cool, man. I should be getting my Infinite Shadow with Titan RTX. However, here's the problem with the cloud PCs, and I think I should talk about this. I think it's important, since we're doing this live stream, that I publicly say this. One thing people forget about the Shadow is, just like Nvidia, they don't have they're not paying royalty fee for them to use these games to play on your PC. For example, recently Microsoft has denied Shadow to use Flight Simulator on the virtual machines. Virtual machines means cloud machines, PC. And so basically you cannot use Shadow with Flight Simulator, and that kind of really sucks. You were able to do it in the beginning, but now I guess they find out that people are playing a Flight Simulator on Shadow, and Microsoft has the xCloud service. So you have to imagine how Microsoft and Phil Spencer felt. Hold on a second, this company from France, it's letting players use our games from the Xbox app and play our games, and we have our own service, and they're making money off of it? No. And I think that's going to be the biggest problem with these virtual machines with Shadow. Shadow's going to have to pay these companies. They're going to have to make some kind of compromise, some kind of a deal, because don't expect Microsoft, who has xCloud, to let you play on your virtual machine. I don't care how powerful that virtual machine is. I don't care how powerful that PC is on a Shadow. Don't expect them to let you just use that PC to play the games, even though you're paying for the Game Pass Ultimate. But they want you to do it through the xCloud, because they're gonna put this game, Flight Simulator, on the xCloud. They want you to play it from the xCloud. So that's the problem. Also, look at the Red Dead Redemption 2. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2, it's denied. A bunch of other games are denied. You cannot play them. Look at what happened with Nvidia GeForce Now. Tons of games you cannot play. So this will be a problem with Shadow. I would bet my money on Stadia, and I would bet my money on Luna. Listen, guys, I would bet my money on Google Stadia. If you really want to dive into cloud gaming, I would bet my money on Stadia. Do you know why? Because Stadia they pay developers, they pay the studios, they make contract with studios. So therefore, you know, if the game is there, it's there. You know that Red Dead Redemption 2, it's there, and it's always gonna be there. If Grand Theft Auto comes in, it's gonna be there. With these virtual machines, not so much. And also, to be fair, Google Stadia they had a head start since November of 2019. So Google Stadia has been doing this for quite a long time. So my advice is, I wouldn't bet my money on Shadow, just to be honest with you. People don't consider these things. People don't think about these things because I don't know why. I guess it never occurred to them. Hey, you know, Shadow's not paying a royalty. They're not making any contract deals with these companies, with these studios, and therefore don't expect these studios and developers to let you play their games, even though you paid for it. I know, but don't expect them to let you play it. But some people say, but how about the Cyberpunk? Well, Cyberpunk is different. That's CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red believes if you pay for something, you should be able to play it and use it wherever you want to use it. That's what I love about CD Projekt Red. And I don't know why people are shitting all over CD Projekt Red. They gave you a refund. Yes, they screwed up. They lied to you. They gave you a refund. They apologize. But some people are saying out there they want to see CD Projekt Red go out of business. I've seen all kinds of nonsense. CD Projekt Red, it's the only company that has a service that lets you buy the games DRM free. Okay? Meaning you can put it on your hard drive, install it to another computer. You don't have to be prompted by GOG to use that, to play that game. You can play it offline anywhere on a computer. How many services do you know that do that? CD Projekt Red cares. They're the good guys. They screwed up. Listen, they made a mistake. I mean, come on. What do you want me to do? They can go back in past. They made a mistake, but they gave you the refund. You got the refund. So they apologized and they gave you a refund. You got your money back. Now, the investors, that's suits. They're defending themselves, and they should defend themselves. The hell with these suits, you know. That's what I think. But it's just my opinion, you know. Activision, Bungie, Electronic Arts, especially 2K games, these developers, they don't care. These studios, they don't care. They're just out to make the money, you know, with microtransactions. So what do you guys think? This looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty realistic, I would say. Oh yeah, let me show you. Let me open the window. Let me show you. Hold on. I'm gonna open the window. Just give me a second. I'm gonna open the door. See? I'm gonna open the door. Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh Jesus. It's like we're sitting right here. We gotta turn around because I believe it's this way. Venom, that's possible, but let's hope that doesn't happen. You know, it's possible. I actually enjoyed the Wii U, to be honest with you. I also enjoyed the GameCube. I had no issues with the GameCube. I kind of love the GameCube, honestly. I miss GameCube. I don't know why a lot of people took a dump on the GameCube. I really enjoyed it, man. You know which one I didn't like? I didn't like the V. The whole motion controller crap, I didn't like that. I really didn't. Just like I didn't like the Kinect. But I did enjoy GameCube. I really enjoy GameCube. I think it was 2002. I was playing the Resident Evil 0. Came out on the GameCube. Alright, let's get back inside. Let's get back inside. Close the door, for the love of God. Close the door, dude. My Lord. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Close the door. Woo. What's up, James? How you doing, man? How are you? Let's mix this up a little bit. Let's hold on. Oh, damn it, man. Let's put some lightning.
Romeo Whiskey Oscar, contact Seattle Center on 123.905. Going to 123.905, Romeo Whiskey Oscar.
Alright, let's make the coverage like this. Scattered.
Romeo Whiskey Oscar,
Like
13,300 feet.
Altitude at the top.
Delta, Echo Romeo Whiskey Oscar, Seattle Center, continuous
Altitude at the top.
Altimeter 29.902.
Like that. Alright, that's better. Nah, it looks much better, dude. That looks so much better. I like that. I like that they're all scattered. Remember, you guys are the passengers. I'm the invisible pilot. Oh, this is even better. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's better. Overcast. That 2:27 p.m. Oh man, look at that. Let me show you the outside of the plane, dude. I've been too busy showing you the inside. Let me show you the outside. The outside of the plane. It's pretty cool. It's like this reminds me of Dark Knight Rises when Bane is inside the plane, and Bane was wearing a mask, not the mask, but the cover on his head, and then he says the following.
Perhaps I was wondering, why would you shoot the man before you throw him out the plane?
Well, let's crank this up, dude. Let's go to the settings. I want to see what I can do here. Where's the graphics? I want to crank this up, dude. Ultra. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, look at this, man. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at that, senor. Senor Grant. Wow, that's beautiful, dude. This looks super real now. Look at this. People probably gonna think we're like in a real airplane. Like, dude, what's Mr. 4K doing flying? Why is he flying, dude? He doesn't have a pilot license. What's up, man? What's up, James? What's up, Jimmy? That looks amazing, dude. Look at this. You guys get a nice view from here. I would recommend 1440p. If you're gonna use the ultra settings to showcase the clouds in ultra, to showcase the textures in ultra, to get that photorealistic realism, I would say 1440p is your best bet. If you're on a desktop, if you're on a laptop, then 1080p, obviously. And this is a very old plane, 1994. I got another one though. I got to show you another plane that I have. here. Let's go, you know what, let me go through this passage over here. I'm gonna go low, very low. I'm gonna go through this passage right over here just to kind of see how it looks up close. Should be interesting. We're gonna have to do this slowly. Go right over here through this passage right over here. I call it the pathway to Sasquatch. And then we'll do it like from the third person view outside. Let me see how many knots I'm going. 249. Well, that's good. 248. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and let's do this.
Romeo Whiskey Oscar Project, Vancouver Center on 134.2.
134.2 for Romeo Whiskey Oscar. Vancouver Center, Delta, Echo Romeo Whiskey Oscar 9,800 feet. Delta, Echo Romeo Whiskey Oscar, Vancouver Center, continue as planned.
Is that a highway? Dude, that's a highway. You definitely don't want your car to break down here. Alright. It's on this highway. Hold on. Let's move back up here. You guys can sit in the back seat. Like this. There we go. I think it's better like that for you guys. This airplane's pretty good, man. It's an old airplane, but look, 1994, and it flies better than TBM 950 or 850. Was it 850? No, 950. Pretty amazing, huh? Imagine being stuck here. Your car stops middle of the night. And old Sasquatch is coming out of the caves, out of the woodwork, snatching you, grabbing you. Imagine that. All right, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. This should be interesting. Should be interesting. Should be very interesting. We're gonna pull the Tom Cruise shit up here. Right here. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, and oh my god, look at that. Sitting right there at the edge of the holy crap. Look at that. It's like a GoPro. It's like a GoPro camera sitting right on the edge of the wing. Get back in. Get back inside, dude. Slowly. Get in there. Close the door, damn it. There we go. Oh, Lord. Whew. Alright, we're going out to some open field here.
Altimeter 29 or decimal 9 or 2.
Oh, that's nice, man. That's beautiful. look at this guy. Look where he has a house. Right over here, dude. He's got a house right over here. And then he wonders when the Sasquatch is knocking on his door. In his backyard. There's a Sasquatch in my backyard. Yeah. If you build a house right here, yes, you will see a Sasquatch knocking on your door. Because he's hungry, man. He wants that beef jerky. I gotta show you another airplane after this. I gotta show you this very unique airplane. It's like a student airplane to learn how to fly, but it's very unique. I want to show that too. Look at all this forest, man. Are you trying to tell me there's no Sasquatches there? You checked every corner of this forest? Every cubic centimeter of this forest? Yeah, sure. Of course you did. And there's nothing there. And now they're saying there's aliens. Come on. Just enough with the lies. Just flat out say it. We've been lied to all these decades, all these years. There's a lot of shit that lives here. There's aliens, there's Sasquatches, there's ghosts, there's werewolves, there's all kinds of shit. Sorry. We didn't want to scare you, but it does exist. I think it's about fucking time. Cheers! So many missing people. What happened to these people? They go into a fucking thin air? Where'd they go? 10 years, 12 years, 15 fucking years. No one can find neither one of them. 400, 800, thousands of people missing. We're not talking about small amount of people. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of people, close to thousands of people missing. Can't fucking find them. They go into a fucking thin air. Where'd they go? Come on, man. There's a lot of shit here that we don't understand. Call it interdimensional, call it whatever. I don't care what kind of fill in the blank you want to label it. But someone is not telling us the truth. There's a lot of shit going on that we don't fucking know about, man. And look at this. Yeah, everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody checked every of these mountains. Everybody been to every single one of these mountains. They walked on the foot. For 300 miles, 400 miles, 600 miles, 800 miles, 1,000 miles, they checked every corner. They even went inside the caves. They went down below the caves and they checked thousands of miles. Yeah, come on, man. James Cameron is right. He's like, it's very kind of like self-serving, egoistic to think that, hey, there's nothing out there. You know, even James Cameron, when he went to the deepest depth of the ocean in Mariana Trench in South Pacific, he said he saw some creatures. It doesn't look like a fish. I don't know what you would call it. It has lights in them. Some life forms. You can't explain what this is, right? Undiscovered. And imagine how many caves underground there are, and God knows what's down underground, and how deep does it go underground, right? I'm just saying. I don't want to hear it. People tell me, there's nothing out there. Like, shut the fuck up. A next person who tells me there's nothing out there, I tell them, go fuck yourself. Shove it up your ass. How do you know? Did you go there? Or did you sit on your sofa with your six pack of Budweiser drinking the fucking beer? Or did you actually go out there, spend 40, 50, 60 years walking around these mountains? Yeah. I mean, look at this, man. And this is all real. This is not like some generated CGI. This is really there. Like, these mountains and forests, they're endless, man. Look at this. Stretches all the way from Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Alaska, different counties of Alaska. That's thousands of miles. So thousands of miles have been checked, both on the ground and underground, every corner. So we know everything, right? Right? Yeah, we know everything. We checked everything. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand that shit when people tell me, oh, there's nothing out there. It's like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. All this bullshit technology we have. GPS, sensors, infrared, shitload of satellites going around the Earth. Still can't find missing people. No trace, no nothing. So we know everything. It drives me crazy. Just imagine being, let's say I drop you here. I drop you right in the middle of here. Look at this. And then when the night goes, when there's night, when it hits midnight, not even a full moon, and you hear, look at this. Yeah. Son. Nothing out there. People in costumes. Yeah, they got nothing better to do. How the hell do they even get here? They parachute with a costume, and they pretend to be hairy Sasquatch. They're pretty good special effect makeup artists, and yeah, they got money to do it. Sure. I think in 2021, I think it's time. Seriously, in 2021, it would be nice if they finally do like disclosure. Like, hey, maybe that will change everything. Maybe we won't see any wars. Maybe we won't see so much civil unrest. Maybe people will think differently about the reality they're in if everything is disclosed. Hey, ghost exists. Hey, big giant creatures exist. Big giant humanoids, other extraterrestrials exist. Sasquatches exist. Maybe, I don't know, maybe people will have a different outlook on life. Maybe we won't be so self-centered. Maybe we'll think differently. Maybe we will grow. I think if everything is disclosed, I think we will grow. I'm serious. I think we will grow. What do I mean by growing? Meaning that we won't go backwards, having this same mentality, my Woody is bigger than yours. That kind of stroking egoism. I think people will grow. They will drop their ego and they're going to say, hey, you know what, man? There's so much I don't understand about what this planet is all about and what this universe is all about. But maybe it's time I drop my ego. Maybe it's time we grow. And I think that's the best way for humanity to grow. And I think they're waiting for us to grow. Seriously. I mean, funny, recently, there was an Israeli general, I heard on the news, there was an Israeli general who was an ex-general. He said that, that the aliens exist. They've been here since 10,000 BCE, since dawn of mankind, and they know about us, and they don't think we are ready. He said, they said, we're not ready. And they will not let us take this BS that we have on our planet, this attitude that we have. They will not let that go out into space. Okay? And he also said that they have underground bases on Mars, and that we're working together secretly with them underground. Of course, we use their aircraft. We go on board with them to get there. Okay, that's how we get there quickly, back and forth. I don't know what the procedure is. Do we go into a cryo sleep till we get there? I don't know what the procedure is, but apparently this guy says that we've been working with them. Some of them look like humanoids. Some of them they don't. Some of them are different. But that's what the guy says. And I believe him. Listen, I believe the guy. He's also a professor. I think he was a general, right? I think he was a general, ex-general. I think he's telling the truth, man. Honestly. I really think this guy from Israel is he just felt like, hey, man, before I die, before I pass away, I think people should know. When you get older, you're like, hey, man, I think people should know. And I think a lot of these guys should do that. The ones who know, when they get older, when they're 80 years old, when you're 80 years old, listen, man, your time is up anyway. I think you should spill the beans. You should tell the truth. What they gonna do to you? You're already 80 years old. You're gonna go anyway. So might as well spill the beans, tell the truth, and say, hey, man, you've been lied to. The government's been lying to you all these decades. Here's the truth. This is what's really going on. Hopefully. What's up, Sean Yeager? What's up, Tipico? But anyway, that's just me. There's an old saying, just because something doesn't want to show itself to you doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. doesn't mean that it's not there. Let me repeat this one more time before we jump onto another airplane. Just because something, it doesn't show itself to you, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay? And I think people need to keep that in mind. I want you guys to sleep on that. I want you guys to think about that. All right, let me show you another airplane. I want to show you, let's go to the main menu. All I'm saying is this. I think it's about time. It's 2021. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. Aren't we supposed to be on the moon? Having a hotel? 5-star hotel? Aren't we supposed to be playing golf? Playing football on moon? In a dome? Aren't we supposed to have a hotels? Recreational clubs on the moon? I mean, come on. By now, 2021, I think it's time that, and I laughed my ass off about the Space Force. But then the question is, why they have a Space Force? What's up with that? Why do you need to have a Space Force? I understand why you have an Air Force. You have an Air Force to defend yourself from an enemy that might be infiltrating from the sky, from another country. So that way you can defend your country if somebody infiltrates you from the sky. That's what the whole point of the Air Force. Well, what's the point of the Space Force? Is there an enemy out there? Okay, if you're going to make a Space Force, that means that there's some kind of enemy out there in a space that you're afraid of and you want to defend yourself. What other goddamn reason would you need to create such a department? But you see, they're slowly, gradually, they're like letting us know about this stuff. They're slowly injecting us. They can't do it right away. They have to do it gradually, little by little. Oh, here they are. They exist. This is how they look. Get used to them, because you're going to have to get used to them. This is how they look, blah, 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 blah. They're slowly injecting this, maybe they're preparing us, for, I don't know. Some people say 2028, it's going to be a full disclosure where you're going to actually see them. Like, you're going to see them. Like, oh, here they are. Holy shit. Right? Like the shock and awe. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're slowly trying to prepare us so we don't just have a freaking heart attack. Oh my God, look at this thing. What is this? Right? Like the first time you see some kind of an insect you never seen before, you're like, oh, right? When you see something that looks different than you, your first instinct is fear. Because what is this? I don't know what this is. So they're trying maybe slowly, gradually. Look, I'm not against it. Look, I get it. They have to do it slowly. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid. They have to do it slowly. They cannot just say, oh, look, here they are. They got to do it in slow little bursts so we get accustomed to them. We get used to them. We get familiar with them. And we get educated about them. What air do they breathe? How does their organism work? Etc., etc., etc. All of these different attributes. How they're using telepathical communication. Stuff like that. So this will take time, I guess. Maybe, 2049 when we're finally going to feel comfortable. But it's going to have, listen, guys, eventually this has to happen. Eventually this, I don't know. I'm being serious. I'm not like smoking anything. You don't see me smoke. This is orange juice. All right. I'm simply saying it will have to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime or maybe before I go 2080, 2070 or whatever, 2080 or 2090. Maybe I'll get a little glimpse, God willing. But it's going to happen eventually. This is inevitable. It will have to happen, What's up, Cameron D? How you doing? And I don't think this should be a laughing matter. I don't think it's cool. Like especially Jimmy Fallon. Is it Jimmy Fallon or the other guy? Whatever. These night shows, making fun of this crap. I don't think they should make fun of this. It's 2021. I'm not laughing. I don't find it funny. I think they need to take this seriously. I think it's time that we grow the fuck up and grow up. It's 2021, for fuck's sake. We're still driving the damn vehicles using oil with 4 damn wheels. We're still dependent on a fuel. Come on. And another thing. Here's what I think. This would have happened earlier. These extraterrestrials would probably been here to communicate with us, to work with us earlier. But they can't because they realize that the humanity, it's working at the lower density level, lower frequency level. Do you understand that? And they can't bring that negative, lower, selfish frequency level out in the universe. They can't bring that out to the universe. They need us to elevate ourselves to a higher frequency density level. What do I mean by density level? Meaning level of intelligence. So therefore, we drop all of this crap that we got going on, all the negative attributes. We have to elevate ourselves to a higher intelligence. But we haven't done that. We're actually going backwards. And I think that's what they're afraid of. Honestly, they're afraid of that we are going backwards. We're not going forward. I don't know what they're doing to help us. Maybe they're doing whatever they can to help us. I don't know. But I don't think anything is working because we're still at that lower level frequency. What do I mean by lower level frequency? Selfishness, jealousy, hatred, violence, stuff like that. Power, control, stuff like that. And that lower level frequency, they will not let us take that shit out there. They're not going to let that happen. And they're not going to come down here to babysit us. They will not babysit us. They can't babysit us. If they come down here and fix everything for us, guess what happens? The same thing that happened before. You're going to have a great flood again. Because, why? Because they're going to worship us. Worship us as God. We're going to have to worship them as gods. Everyone's going to worship them as gods. Oh my God, there must be gods. Look what they can do. They can cure everything. They can make us live longer. They probably raised Jesus. They raised Moses. They built pyramids. They're our gods. And they don't want that. Do you understand? And that's exactly what would happen. I'm not saying you, the intelligent audience that I have here. I'm talking about 8.4 billion. 8.4 billion population will worship them. And they don't want that. They don't want to be freaking worshipped. Capiche? Get it? Because we need to grow. Once we grow and we get to that level of density, of intelligence, then they're going to open their arms wide open and they're going to bring us into the Galactic Federation. Yeah, believe it or not, there is a Galactic Federation with different galaxies. The closest one to us, it's Andromeda. Andromedans, and you got Pleiades, and of course you got another star system, Orion Belt, Zeta Reticuli, right? Those are the little grays. And then you got Draconians. Draconians, that's a whole different subject. But the point being is, We haven't evolved, man. And I know people are looking at this and listening to this, like, what did you put in that orange juice? I didn't put nothing in this orange juice. This is just the reality of the fact. And that's what this is. What's up, Big? How you doing, man? What's up, guys? Alpha Centuria. Yeah, B7. But see, that's the problem. The worshiping. Look how we worship. Look, for example, maybe I shouldn't use him. I'll just use Dwayne Johnson. The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Who is Dwayne Johnson? Well, he got good genetics. He's an athlete. Sure, having good genetics helps. You look good. You look very appealing. And then you start working out. You start building your muscles, and you start being an actor. You start being a wrestler. And then people look at that image, and then people worship that. People worship that because they want to look like that, because they want to be like that. So they worship. We have this fetish since 10,000 BCE. This fetish of worshiping. Look how we worship celebrities. Look how we worship certain leaders, certain individuals. We even die for them. We even go to war for them, right? It's the worshiping that's the problem. That's the issue. That's why we still use the fuel. That's why we're still not on the moon drinking our beer. That's why we're still not on the Mars building a big domes, terraforming, because we're too busy worshiping. Worship. Like these celebrities and athletes and pop stars and blah, 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 blah. It's the worship. I look at PewDiePie, how many people worship PewDiePie. Look at Joe Rogan, how many people follow Joe Rogan. What's Joe Rogan? No, he's not a god. Jocko Willink, he's not a god. He's just a human being that has a certain set of skills that he acquired. But you can acquire those set of skills too. You just have to be disciplined. Right? That's the problem, is the worship. The worshiping. And they can't come here, because if they do, we will worship them as gods. Just like Zacharias Sitchin says in his book. But anyway, let me give you another plane here really quick. This is another great airplane right here. I like this one, the Carenado PA-44. This is a really great plane. Let's go to world map. This time we're going to go to the Area 51. People ask me, where's the Area 51? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you where the Area 51 is. It's right here, homie. So from North Las Vegas, we're going to go to homie. And we're going to set the conditions. Fine, go back. $9:00 in the morning. And we're going to fly. It's really difficult to have this conversation. Even in private. Let alone in public, right? Because the first thing that comes out of people's mind, or out of people's mouth, is this guy's cuckoo, this guy's crazy, this guy smoking some unidentified plant, he's put something inside his drink, blah 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 blah. This guy's wearing a straight jacket. Maybe they need to tighten up that straight jacket, just loosen up. you know, or this guy escaped from some kind of asylum or Bellevue in New York. That's the first response. And that's the reason why we can't move anywhere, because the first reaction when somebody talks about this stuff, it's cuckoo, crazy, blah, 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 blah. You know, and that's the barrier. That's the barrier that we have. That's why it's difficult to have this conversation, and that's why we can't move anywhere with this conversation, because of these barriers of the walls. Automatically, your instant reaction is, this guy's crazy, this guy's kook, this guy's like woo hoo hoo hoo. So how we can move forward when we have this ridiculous instant reaction, like that guy from Israel? He's well respected professor, well respected military. I think he was a general, military general. Well, I don't think he's well respected now, because he said something that you shouldn't say.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25, Golf Charlie Papa.
Now, this airplane right here. This airplane, it's awesome, dude. Let me show you. Hold on. I'm going to move the clouds a little bit higher, like this. And then put a few clouds. Or we can do broken clouds. We can bring them up a little bit higher. Bring them a little bit lower, like that. Like this. Like that. And coverage. Like that. Scattered. Like that. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's turn this airplane on. This should be pretty cool. Where's the batteries? I need to find the batteries. Hold on. The batteries. Turn the batteries. Make sure the batteries are turned on. There's the batteries. So first thing you do is turn on the batteries to make sure that everything it's working. And next thing you want to do, obviously, is check your propeller. Right here, the left and right. Start the left. Start to right. There it is. And then turn the lights on. We can adjust the light right over here, the brightness of the light. And this will reflect right over here onto the dashboard, which is pretty cool. And this is an old plane, 1994. A very old plane, but pretty good actually. And still dirty, but hey, gets the job done. All right, so let's go to the Area 51. Let's do this. I love this airplane. I really do. It's an old airplane, but it gets the job done.
Golf Charlie Papa, continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
So we go into the Area 51. We're leaving Las Vegas. It's north of Las Vegas, basically. It's not that far, really. It's like 70 miles. That's how close the Area 51 is. It's 70 miles from Las Vegas. Oh yeah, there is a snow update. I can turn on the snow if you want. But Desperado, for the purpose of this live stream, I'm not gonna use it because I want people to see the desert. I want people to see the Area 51 and how we get there and all that. Go a little bit lower.
Golf Charlie Papa radar contact 3 miles northwest of North Las Vegas 5,000 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Copy Golf, Charlie Papa. Nellis approach, Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa. Request clearance to transition, Bravo airspace.
All right, Charlie Papa.
Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa Nellis approach.
Charlie Papa coming in clear.
Cleared through Bravo airspace, Golf, Charlie Papa.
Let's go over here. I want to give you guys a better view. A better view. Like this. A better view. Like this. So you guys are sitting in the back seat. Both of you are sitting here in the back seat. All of you are sitting in the back seat right here. There we go. These airplanes you have to buy, by the way. I had to pay for this one. And they're not cheap either, man. These airplanes are expensive, but they're expensive because they're exactly licensed replica. Everything gets licensed. Even the sound of a propeller, it's recorded accurately. You guys have to try this in VR, man. When you put the VR headset on, holy crap, dude! It's just it's a different ball game. Thank you, BYKT, man. Cheers. Appreciate the quality, brother. Thank you. It's just the truth, man. You know, it's just the truth. You know, it's like Jack Nicholson says, people can't handle the truth, you know? And it's so true. That movie, that's probably the best scene ever in the movie. When Jack Nicholson in the court says to the, what's his name? Tom Cruise's character, he says, you want to know the truth? Well, you can't handle the truth. And it's true. Some people, they don't want to accept the truth. For whatever reasons, I don't know. So now we have officially, we're done with Las Vegas. We're leaving Las Vegas, and now we're going into nowhere. You see, the city of Las Vegas is surrounded by nothing. There's nothing here, dude. Just absolutely nothing. perfect for testing military, you know, or Air Force practice, you know. Actually, you can fly here going north. It's a no-fly zone because it's a reserved Air Force space for the U.S. Air Force. But look, there's absolutely nothing here. Oh man, Shadow, you gotta try this. You gotta try this in VR, man. I'm telling you, when you try this in VR, I promise you, you're never gonna wanna put that VR headset down. It's so addictive. I'm not kidding. It is so addictive. Dude, you won't believe it. How addictive this shit is, man. But it's super addictive. Why don't you guys sit over here? Watch right here while we're traveling. I want to make this like a coach experience. You're flying with Mr. 4K airliner. Mr. 4K airliner. But let's be honest, guys. Let's really be honest. The arrogance that some individuals have to say that, there's nothing out there. Oh, we're all alone. Infinite universe of infinite galaxies. Oh, there's nothing out there. I know, I've been through every single one of them. I've been through every single one of these galaxies. There's nothing out there. The arrogance. That person shouldn't have any diplomas. His diplomas should be taken down and burned. Every single diploma that was given to him, you can wipe your ass with it and you should burn it. Anyone, I don't care if you're a doctor, physicist, I don't care. Scientist, I don't care what diploma you have. Anyone who says that kind of a statement, it's ridiculous. It's offensive. To me, it's offensive. When someone makes that kind of statement, I get offended. You know, my brain and my logic gets offended when someone says something like that. Look at this, man. Imagine getting stuck here. Your car breaks down. There's no cell phone receptions, right? The only thing that works is the CB station, right? So hopefully maybe you have a batteries and a CB station to tell people where you are and give them GPS coordinations. That's why you should have one of those GPS beacons. If you go out hiking, buy yourself a GPS beacon. You can activate that GPS beacon and the satellite can pinpoint exactly where the GPS beacon is coming from. And therefore they can send a helicopter or an airplane or whatever to pick you up and rescue you. But people don't think about that stuff when they go out middle of a desert or middle of thousands of miles of national forests. The stretches from British Columbia all the way to Alaska and Pacific Northwest of the United States, right? People don't think about that stuff until it's too late. Because they don't respect the nature. You have to respect the nature, man. If you don't respect the nature, you're done. You are done, man. We're getting closer to the Air Force One. You see that mountain? Right over that mountain. That's where it is. The hell was that? Did you see that? Look at this. Look at all the circular, what is this? I don't know what this is, but it's next to the Area 51. What the fuck is this? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. What's with these holes? What's going on here? There's that famous mountain over there. We're getting closer and closer to Area 51. I need to my opinion about what, Shadow? Are you asking me about the opinion about the video game, about the flight simulator, or just be more specific? Like, what exactly do you want my opinion on? About this flight simulator? Or about something else? Or about the aliens? I don't know. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. Area 51. Look at this, man. Come on, man. You're gonna walk? Look, this middle of nowhere, dude. Perfect place to hide. Whatever you want to hide, underground. And the S4, it's around here somewhere. Bob Lazar says there's the S4 in these mountains. They're hiding the crafts inside the mountains. They're like camouflaged. There's like 9 of them, I think. And they're all different shape. Oh, the Flight Simulator 2020. This is the most realistic flight simulator ever created. This is by far the most realistic flight simulator ever created. But here, let me show you something really quick. I want to show you something really quick that's going to blow you away. Hold on. I want you to check this out. Check this out. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Are you not blown away yet? I see you're not blown away yet. You need more. You need to be more impressed. We can do that. I can impress you. All right, let's go to the Area 51. We're almost there. It's supposed to be around here, in these mountains, inside these mountains. It's supposed to be somewhere, according to what's his name, Bob Lazar. Hold on. Supposed to be right here. I'll show you in a minute when we get there. In one of these mountains right here. Hidden. Okay. Getting closer to the Area 51. You know, obviously they would shoot us down. If I was doing this in real life, this airplane would be shot down. And that would be the history of me. They would not let us do this, obviously. Unless you're authorized. That's a different story. But if you're not authorized, if you're not cleared, they will shoot your ass down with the missiles. Heat-seeking missiles, and you're done. And you are gone. Alright, so let's slow down the airplane a little bit. There it is, right there. Actually, we still got a long way to go. It's right here. It's right over here. We still got a 30 miles to go. I'm sorry. We still have a 30 miles. I apologize. Look how far the Area 51 is, dude. In the middle of nowhere, dude. It's right over here. But they could hide something here as well. I mean, come on. Where's the best place to hide something? Well, in a plain sight, right? Somewhere here, underground. No one's gonna look over here. No one's gonna care to look over here. No one's gonna bother going here. Like, this would be probably the best place to hide something. No one's gonna look here. If I was gonna hide something, I would definitely, if I was a general, right? I would definitely want to hide whatever it is that we have that's sensitive. I would want to hide it like right here, right over here, underground, deep underground, where these mountains are. That's where I would want to hide it, if you ask me. Okay. Let me go over here. Hold on. That's better. There we go. You guys have to see this in virtual reality, man. I've done this in VR from Las Vegas to Area 51. My goodness. Seeing it in VR, in virtual reality, dude, it's like... it's hard to explain. It's breathtaking. It's like Keanu Reeves says, you're all breathtaking. It's like breathtaking. My goodness. By the way, my Alienware laptop, I think I was telling you this, Desperado. My Alienware laptop, 2017 R4 17 with a lousy GTX 1070 and 8 gigs of RAM was able to run this in VR. I'm still blown away that listen, Alienware, it's a great company. Alienwares, they really make great gaming PCs that will last you for a long time. So if you're one of the lucky ones who has Alienware 3080, brother, you're set for another 8 years. I'm telling you, another 8 years with that, you'll be playing all of these games. I'm telling you, they make such a great PCs, durable PCs, durable laptops. And the laptop I have, dude, it's built like a tank. It has the best cooling. The R417 has the best dual cooling that I have ever seen anywhere. And it's a very heavy laptop. It's like a tank, built like a tank, like an Abrams M1 tank. Don't worry about dropping that thing. Nothing's going to happen to that laptop if you drop it. But worry about where you drop that laptop. God forbid, on your feet or somewhere else, someone sitting somewhere. That thing, man, can slice the feet up. So be very careful. It's built like a tank. I'm not kidding. Even when I put it in my 511 backpack, you know, my 511 backpack, which is a military style 511 backpack, it's still heavy. It's almost like a armored plate that you put, you know, like the soldiers have the armored plate when they're wearing the Kevlar, the vest. It's like that armored plate. I still have it. I still have that R417. No, saying I still haven't got it. I've been looking. I've been asking around. Can't find it. I did go to, what was it? I went to Walmart, and I did see somebody was, you know, bringing some PlayStation 5s into the back, in the back of it. They were putting it in a cart or luggage or something. And I said, hey, you guys selling the PlayStation 5s? And they said, no, these are the ones they're going back. The guy says they're going back. I says, going back where? They're going back to the warehouse. They need to be, they're defective or something. I was gonna make a video about that, but I was too tired. I was kind of pissed off. I was like, clearly I saw the PlayStation 5s, the white box. It says PS5 and an 8K, gold letters, 8K, and I guess the manager says they're going back to the warehouse. They're going back to the warehouse. Yeah, they're going back to your friends, your relatives, your hookups, your homies. That's whom's going to. You're gonna sell it to your homies. It's really difficult, man. This fucking console, man. It's almost like it's like some kind of monolith, or like a cabinet or something. I don't know. Like it's just like it's like the most expensive, the most wanted, like a cup of Christ, if you will. It's almost like a cup of Christ, and everyone's looking for it. It's fucking ridiculous, man. No, really, it's turned into a cup of Christ. You know, the cup that Christ drank the wine from, and everyone's looking for it. This is getting ridiculous, man. It's not even funny anymore. It's almost at the point where you're like, dude, I don't even care anymore. And then you got all these people on Twitter that piss me off. I'm not gonna say their names, but they're pissing me off. So what games are you playing on the PlayStation 5? What games are you excited about the PlayStation 5? None. Because I can't buy it. Even if I throw money at it, I can't fucking buy it. And then Phil Spencer. I mean, it's Phil Spencer just loves to piss me off. I saw that Larry Herb and Phil Spencer interview. They're like sucking each other on the Skype. Literally, they're sucking each other. How awesome the console is. How proud we are of the Xbox. Not once. Not once. Not fucking once. Listen to me closely, everybody. Listen to my goddamn words. Not fucking once did Phil Spencer say anything about scalpers, these scalper bots, and a disaster. Not once did they say, hey, we didn't do anything about stopping these scalper bots, scalpers, whatever the fuck you want to call them, the scumbags, these scumbag bots. We haven't done anything to stop these scumbag bots. They can't even say it. They can't even mention it. It's like a big elephant in the room. And I wanted to, seriously, man, I almost threw up. I vomited all over my cell phone while I was watching that. I wanted to vomit. Can't even mention it once, not even once, just to mention and say, hey, these scalper bots, we haven't done anything to protect our customers. We haven't spoke to the retailers. We haven't done anything. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It pisses me off. Exactly, Shadow. They can produce BMWs. Tesla, Elon Musk can produce Teslas faster than they can produce consoles. Alright guys, welcome to Area 51. So it's over here. Actually, it's S4. It's right here. Right here. Right over here. By the way, it's right here. Welcome to the Area 51, guys. Welcome to the area. Area 51. There's that dry bed lake. Almost forgot. Homie is the name of the Area 51. They call it Homie. Homie! Hey, Homie. Hey, what the hell is this? What happened here?
Kilo X-ray Tango Alpha
Is that goes underground?
Bravo Golf Charlie Pocket 2 miles south 5,100 feet inbound to land runway 33 right.
Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Come on now. Come on now. Take it easy. Take it easy, bro. You're in Area 51. Oh, Lord. Hold on. All right, this is Area 51, man. Let's go check it out. Will Smith's out there somewhere. We're gonna go to the dry bed lake. Hold on. Look at these. Look at these hangars, man. Look how big they are. It's like a little small town, dude. It's like a city. Like a small city, dude. Dude, look at that. Hold on. Let's go up in the air. I want to see it from the air. I want to see it from the air. Hold on. Look at this runway, dude. Holy shit.
Los Angeles Center Golf.
What is this?
Charlie Papa in time 2 miles northwest of
What the hell is this
X-ray
here?
Tango Alpha. Request flight following.
What is that all about?
Charlie Papa, Los Angeles Center. Clock 0467.
Clock 0467 Golf. Charlie Papa.
It's like a city, dude. Look at this. It's like a little small sized city. Look at these runways, dude. You can test everything and anything, man.
Fox Golf. Charlie Papa. Kilo X-ray Tango Alpha Traffic Golf. Bravo Golf. Charlie Papa 2 miles northwest. 5,500 feet eastbound to land runway 33 right.
Some airplanes down here. So supposedly the S4 goes up here. Like there's a road you take over here, and this road will take you to the S4, which would be right over here. So you take this road, this is what Bob Lazar says. You take this road and you go to these checkpoints, and then here you go to the mountain. And the S4, it's right over here in these mountains. You go up to that road, and that's where they hide the that's where they hide these things. They're in here. The right over here, I guess, in the mountains. And here there's another station where they keep an eye on people who want to intrude. That's what Bob Lazar says. That's what he said. I don't know. Is there the Aurora? Alienware is the best. Alienware is the best. I never had any issues with the Alienware, man. They optimized that computer so good. Look at this, like a city, bro. Look at these buildings, man. It's like a city over here. Look at these cars. Look at this. And look at these runways, man. What are they testing here? Something that goes, I don't know, 50,000 miles an hour? And what's over here? Hold on. Look, there's more runways. Look at that. They buried this one. Look. There was another runway here. What is this? Look. Look, look. 1, 2. There's another one right over here. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Those are probably the old runways they were using in the 50s. And what's here? What's this about? Look at this. Middle of nowhere. What is this? Underground? This little house here takes you underground? Is that what it is? There's the elevator. Takes you underground? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? Yeah. It looks like takes you underground. And imagine they were lying to us about this. Now, I want you to ask yourself one question. If they lied to us about this since 1995, since 1997, if they couldn't acknowledge since 1950s all the way through 1997, if they kept it quiet and they couldn't acknowledge that this existed, look how big this is. They were lying to people. They were calling people crazy. They're saying there's nothing there. Nothing exists here. They were calling people liars. They were arresting people because they were saying that there is Area 51. And they were calling Bob Lazar crazy. Bob Lazar's full of shit. There's nothing out there in the desert. He's a liar. Bob Lazar was the first one that broke the news. I said, yes, it exists. I work there. It's there. And look, it's there. Now everybody knows that it's there. So Bob Lazar's crazy. Bob Lazar's lying, right? Come on, man. Lying about what? Since 1989. He was the first one that broke it, that broke the news. Says, yeah, I work there. Oh, there's nothing there. The guy's crazy. He's a wackily doodle. He's just some wacko. Forget about him. So if they lied to you about this, you think they're going to tell you the truth about everything else? Ask yourself that question. If they lied to you about this, do you think they're going to tell you everything else? They're going to tell you the truth about Sasquatch? They're going to tell you the truth about the witches, interdimensional beings, snatching kids in the middle of the night, snatching, creatures underground, feeding off of humans. They're going to tell you all this shit, right? They're going to tell you all of this. They're going to tell you all of this, right? They're going to tell you all this. You need to know. No, they're not going to tell you jack shit. So S4, this is what Bob Lazar said. Bob Lazar said this road here takes you to the S4. S4. Right here. Right over there takes you to the S4. You know what's the scary thing about the interdimensional beings? They know about them. And they made a deal with them to operate in this realm in exchange for, you don't want to know. That's the scary part. Behind our backs, they made a deal with these interdimensional beings. How do you think they travel from point A to point B? You have to be not interstellar. You have to be interdimensional. You have to bend space and time. And what happens when you bend space and time? Well, then you can go in the past, you can go in the future, you can pretty much do whatever. Even Nikola Tesla and Einstein, they talked about this. relativity theory. You see, some of the roads they even then lead up here. Even here. I don't know what they got here. Look at this. What's here? Why is there a checkpoint here to here? Look at this right here. Come on, look at this area. Right over here. Clearly there's a roads going around it. And clearly there's a checkpoints right here as well. Look at this. This is a big jog. This is a huge city, bro. It's not a damn base. It's a goddamn city. A fucking base. It's a city. A city. And who knows what's underground? What's underground here? It's crazy. Okay, let me park. Let me land somewhere here. It's a damn city. Look at that. Damn city, dude. Look at this. They even got the shopping malls in there, I'm pretty sure. No, don't crash. Don't crash. It's a city, bro. Uh-oh, there goes the popo. They probably removed them. Oh, they're in there. They're in the hangars. You see these hangars over here? Look how big they are, dude. They're in there. Trust me. Look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at these hangars, dude. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, they're in there. Don't worry. They got them. Let's turn off this plane. Alright, let's turn it off. Let's shut it off. Hold on. That's it. I turned off everything. Everything is done. I don't know. Oh, this one. I forgot to turn this one off. Hold on. Hold on. Thought I turned it off. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Woo! Turned off. Well, there you go, guys. Just a short little live stream. I thought it'd be interesting to showcase some of these airplanes, but let me tell you, man, playing a flight simulator in virtual reality, that's what it's all about, man. If you haven't played flight simulator in virtual reality, then you truly haven't experienced flight simulator. The VR, sure, 4K HDR looks nice, especially on the OLED, but man, when you are in a VR headset, it feels so real, like you're like really there. All right, guys, I'm out. Thank you for this 2 hours and 25 minutes of unexplained mystery, coast to coast AM episode. It felt like a coast to coast AM. The only thing that was missing was Art Bell. But listen, guys, all of these things I tell you, this is all evidence. You know, look how many missing people, how many missing children. What's up with that? And they can't find them. Not a single trace. There's a guy who wrote a book called Missing 411. How come we can't find these individuals? We can find skeleton remains of Roman soldiers. We can find other things. But we can't find these missing individuals. We can't find their remains. Like, what's up with that? So many missing people. There's so much out there, man. You know, middle of the night, kids get missing. You know, there's stories about that too. Who snatches them? Where they go? What happened? No traces of breaking and entering. Like, how did that happen? What entity did it take to do that? To pull something off like that? A lot of stuff are happening in isolated, outside the city locations. All of these cases, they happen where either close by the national forest, where it's like middle of nowhere. It has to be like outside, or camping, hiking. These things happen in the forest all the time. Why is it that these people are missing, or in a small town near these national forests, people are missing? Why is that? Is that something off limits? We're not supposed to go there? Like, there's so much we're not being told. There's so many things out there that's been documented, by, like, Jesus, fire rescue, air rescue, detectives, rescue search team, you name it, deputies, sheriff, right? Even military had some privates, privates and corporals. They would have, be as an eyewitness to some things that they have witnessed and they can't explain. Air Force pilots witnessing stuff. I mean, there's so much documentation. There's so much out there. It can't be that everyone's full of shit. It just can't be. There's a lot of stuff going on out there that we deserve an answers. What about these families? They'll never understand what happened to their loved ones. How did they disappear? They'll never have the closure. They have an empty grave. They have to bury an empty grave because they have no closure to for themselves to like say, hey, what happened? What happened to my daughter? What happened to my son? At least give me that. Give me a closure so I know what happened to them. They can't even have that closure. Imagine that feeling, being a fucking parent, and you just don't know what happened. They just disappeared in a freaking thin air. No evidence, no nothing. Zero. The dog sniffed, they couldn't find them, nothing. Where did they go? In the thin air? Where? There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. It's just majority of us are living in our bubbles in the city where it's safe, in our safe cocoons. We're living in our safe cocoons, in our safe cocoon territories. And we have no clue. We're clueless what's out there. Now, there's certain people, certain individuals who know what's going on. But you think they're going to tell you? Why, I think not. And to me, this is a serious thing that I think people deserve to know. I don't care how scary it is. I don't care how fucking terrifying it is. I think we as a human species, we deserve to know what the fuck's going on out there. Who we are, who's among us, to whom this planet really belongs. Does it really belong to us? Who lived here before us? Etc., etc., etc. There's so much we're not being told. And we should be told that. We should have that information. We as humans, we have the birthright to know that. That's what I think. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you for watching this live stream. It felt like more like a podcast than like a live stream, but I hope you enjoyed it. Look, I'm entitled to my opinion. People ask me, where's your proof? Well, I say, look at the evidence. Look at the documentation. Thousands of eyewitnesses around the planet. Thousands. Are you going to say everyone's a liar? There's too much there that can't be ignored. You can't ignore that. You can hide it, you can mask it, but you can't ignore overwhelming eyewitnesses and documentations of all these things happening. Like I just mentioned, missing 411. All of these people disappeared. Some of them were like highly trained military personnel who were trained in special forces to survive a jungle, to survive the desert, the forest, to clear out the caves, right? A professional climbers disappeared. Thin air. Never found. And then the UFOs. How many eyewitnesses of the UFOs we had? How about the one in Phoenix, Arizona in 1997? That boomerang. Everyone saw it. The entire city. The entire goddamn city saw that thing. You're gonna call everybody crazy in the city? There's too much, man. There's even the prime. What's his name? Prime Defense, ex-defense ministry in Canada also admitted to a lot of these things. He admitted, yes, people should know the truth. Brazil, I think Brazil has openly said that they acknowledge that these beings exist. There's other forces out there that's beyond our comprehension that exists, beyond our physical realm that exists, that's out there, and there's nothing we can do about it. We can't stop them. Can't stop them. How do you stop an interdimensional being? How do you stop them? Well, first you have to learn about them. First you have to communicate with them. You have to learn about them, why they're here, what they're doing here, were they here before us, etc., etc. First you need to learn about them. But you're not going to learn about them if you dismiss them all the time. So there's a lot of stuff out there, guys. I'm just simply saying, I think it's time for a full disclosure, man. I think Stephen Greer is right. Dr. Stephen Greer is right. I think it's time. People should know. I think it's about time people know. Same thing with the Sasquatches. I don't care how ugly they are, how scary and big they are. I don't care. You need to know that they're out there and where they are and what are they doing here. What are their territories? So you don't go there into their territory. So we can learn about them a little bit better. We need to know about this stuff, man. And what's underground? What are the creatures underground? What's that all about? These nocturnal creatures, they're living underground. We don't talk about them. Just don't talk about them. They live underground. Ignore them. I can't ignore that. Something below me, 34, 40 miles down below me, lives. And God knows what it eats. We should know about that. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys think about that. You guys sleep on it. I think it's time. I think it's time for a full disclosure, man. I think people should know. If I was the president, dude, that's the first thing I would do. Full disclosure, man. People should know. People should know about what's going on, man. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care and stay warm. It's gonna be cold. Very cold. Winter's here.